She cheated, so I bought a billboard outside her job. I used to think betrayal was something that happened to other men, weak men, inattentive men, men who stopped trying. I was wrong. When it hit me, it didn't arrive like thunder, it slid into my bloodstream quietly, like a slow-acting toxin. My name's Daniel, 34, and I thought I had the kind of marriage that could weather anything. Lola was my world, not because I was obsessed, but because every cell in me had been rewired to protect, provide, and keep her safe. I made her coffee every morning. I called her my calm in a chaotic world. But apparently, her definition of calm included another man's hands around her waist in a parking lot. It started with a call from a friend, the kind of call that makes your vagus nerve seize and your chest constrict like a vice. He'd seen her, my wife, laughing too close with a man outside her workplace. Their fingers laced together. Then the kiss, one of those long, deliberate ones that empty all oxygen from your veins. He said it lasted nearly a minute. That's 60 seconds of her forgetting I even existed. I wanted to believe he was mistaken. My brain tried to reject the data, but my body didn't cooperate. Heart rate up. Adrenaline dump. The amygdala screaming, danger. When she came home that night, wearing the same clothes my friend described, I felt something cold flood my chest. It wasn't anger yet, just shock. I smiled when she hugged me, pretending I didn't know that her perfume was mixed with someone else's cologne. Later, while she showered, I picked up her phone. No hesitation, no guilt, just the mechanical detachment of a surgeon cutting into rot. I found what I expected, messages from a man named Luke. Flirting. Pictures. Nothing explicit, but the emotional nakedness was enough. I screenshotted everything. Proof. Data points of deceit. But then my friend texted me back saying, "That's not the guy I saw." So, not one affair, two. I scrolled until I found the second one, Timothy. Her coworker. Same man from the parking lot. Their texts weren't as romantic, just fragments of innuendo, her half-hearted attempts to sound professional while soaking in his attention. He commented on her body, and she let him. Reading it, I could feel cortisol burning through me like acid. 2 men. 2 betrayals. 2 layers of humiliation. That night, I couldn't sleep beside her. I lay there listening to her breathing, steady, peaceful, while my mind replayed every memory we'd built, splicing in her lies like flickering static between frames. By morning, I'd made my decision. Divorce. But not quietly. She'd learn what public exposure feels like. My lawyer warned me to stay calm, to let the process work. But then he told me a story about a woman who'd bought a billboard to shame her ex. And something inside me clicked. A cold, clean satisfaction spread through me like dopamine in a moment of clarity. If humiliation was the language she understood, I would speak it fluently. I found a digital billboard near her office, perfectly visible from the main road she took every morning. I paid just over $1,000 to rent it for a week. Worth every cent. The message was simple, devastating, and impossible to misread. Lola, I know you cheated on me. Thanks, Timothy. No full names. No faces. But everyone who worked with her would know. When the ad went live, I arranged for her divorce papers to be served as she arrived at work. The timing was surgical. She would walk past that billboard, see her name glowing 10 feet tall, and then feel the slap of paperwork in her hands. I didn't pick up when she called. Not the first time. Not the 7th. I wanted her to stew in the silence she'd created. When she came home that evening, she didn't walk in, she stormed in. Her keys flew past my face, clattering against the wall. Her voice was a raw shriek of fury. "You're disgusting," she screamed. "You could have just talked to me." She didn't deny the cheating. Not once. That silence said more than any lie could. I told her about Luke, too, the second man she thought I hadn't found. Her face flickered, like a screen glitching under pressure. She pivoted to outrage, shouting about privacy, about me checking her phone. Classic deflection. When the guilty brain senses threat, it floods the body with adrenaline and lashes out to survive. I laughed. "You're worried about privacy?" I said. "After you handed your loyalty to two men like free samples?" She lost it. Told me I wasn't a real man. Said Timothy and Luke were better. Stronger. More satisfying. Her words landed like punches, but they were empty. That's when I realized she wasn't trying to hurt me, she was trying to convince herself that I deserved it. It's what people do when the cognitive dissonance burns too hot. I told her the truth she'd been avoiding. Those men used you. They didn't love you. They just wanted the thrill of taking what wasn't theirs. And you gave it to them. She screamed until her voice cracked. I didn't hit her. Didn't even shout back. I just packed a suitcase, walked out, and left her to the echo of her own rage. Sometimes walking away is the most violent act of all. The divorce dragged on. Her lawyer fought viciously, twisting every detail, trying to make me the villain. She got the house, half the assets, and alimony, yes, alimony, even though she'd been the one spreading her affection like confetti. But I didn't care. My victory was already on that billboard, playing every 10 minutes in front of hundreds of eyes. Weeks later, her mother called me, the kind of woman who loves gossip more than peace. She told me Lola had quit her job. Apparently, the tension was unbearable. Her co-workers whispered, pointed, avoided her in meetings. She couldn't handle the fallout. Every time she passed that road, her chest tightened, her heart spiked, the physical memory of shame searing through her nervous system. I didn't need to see it to know. Her own biology would keep punishing her long after I stopped. That was enough for me. I didn't get the house, but I got something better: peace. Closure. I got to feel my cortisol finally ebb, replaced by the slow, steady release of serotonin that comes with freedom. My story didn't end with forgiveness or revenge fantasies, just balance. The kind you only find after walking through fire and realizing you didn't burn. You hardened. You adapted. So if you ever catch yourself wondering whether you weren't enough for the person who betrayed you, stop. You were enough. They were empty. And when empty people chase validation, they mistake chaos for love. I didn't destroy her. She destroyed herself. Betrayal, revenge, neuroscience-driven?